It's no question, Florida is known for its thunderstorms. We see them nearly every day in the summer, and recently,
A man was struck by lightning.
Hit by lightning and a house as well.
Report of a fire associated with today's storm.
Lightning from today's strong storms is being blamed.
several structures and people struck by lightning.
At the moisture from the oceans, the river, the Gulf of Mexico, and then you also have the instability created by that extreme heating. We feel it when we walk outside. Not only does it feel hot, but that also builds these thunderstorms every summer.
On average, there's over 1 million lightning strikes a year in Florida, with over 50 fatalities since 2006.
While it does make for some beautiful photos, lightning is easily one of the most dangerous weather phenomenons out there. Why? Well, how does it all work? Let's break it down. Okay, so in a thunderstorm, you got movement in the air. You got air moving up, you got air moving down. In that process, the tiny millions of air molecules are bumping up against each other. You get friction. They become separated, right? The positively charged ones move to the top of the cloud, and then the negatively charged molecules move to the bottom of the cloud. And when that separation gets large enough, boom, you got lightning. And lightning is proven to be more deadly than any hurricane and any tornado out there. One strike of lightning, 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 5 times the temperature of the surface of the sun.
Make sure you get toward the middle of your house, away from windows, and let the storm pass.
But it doesn't have to be that complicated. If you see lightning or hear thunder, just get inside. Steve Fendero for First Coast News, on your side.